Said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Louisville's offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Bean. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. So Clemson's offense will go to work for the first time today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these 2 running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Karapateas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, set yourself up for a field goal and knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Dangerous with the ball in his hand. Room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. Nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Clemson.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Looking for a gap. It's Bean. Oh, better look out. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
it's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bean. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Cardinals will snap it on first and 10. On the run, it's Bean. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Really nice job there, getting some yards with his legs. It makes it so difficult to stop this Clemson offense. And for years now, you've had to worry about all the NFL talent they've been recruiting at the wide receiver and running back positions and tight end positions. But how about when you've got a quarterback that can hurt you throwing the ball and running it as well? This guy makes it so difficult on defenses.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Time winding winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught in the backfield. It's Bean. Still running at the 40. All out of space. The tag. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Louisville.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Hill. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Green. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
Really nice play there catching the pass, and I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside of the position.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Clemson set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Spins away from the defender. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sends it back in motion. Just keeps slinging it. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He'll keep it on the sneak. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Turning it on. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Gets it out fast. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown Cardinals. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes one. Makes a connection. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Makes the catch. It's high. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And now on second down for this offense. Let's go! Let's go! Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Hill. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as it got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Steps away to find some room. He's open on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Clemson jumps to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They boot it away on 4th down. Let's see what he can do with it. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Bunch formation for these receivers. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Now adjusting. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. This time on target. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Right on the money. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. The Cardinals will line up to kick off and start the second half. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw for it. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Let's it fly. Got his man on the right. A huge play there, and they... Get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll try the run. There he goes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That's caught. It's Bean. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Yeah, we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. Third down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground.
Holds it in, the first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our...
Touchdown, Louisville! And the stomping has commenced. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down. Finds space on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Just trying to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's high. Now well within striking distance. That's that 3rd down play. Gets him a first at the 29. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down. And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. from the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. They go back to work in the final period of this one. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
This on offense early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From their own 18-yard line, it's 1st down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stopped.
It's a seam wide open. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Under fire. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Green. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Across the 45. Flying out to the left. The 20. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Caught in the backfield, it's high. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He's got it on the move. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Maynard. Turns on the Jets. Past the 20. Touchdown Cardinals. And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, what a move. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list.